Well, we're here today at Makin's Fishery.
And welcome to Match Academy 2024.
This is a very exciting day in the diary for Guru and has been in the calendar since its start in 2016.
The first year we had 21 pupils, that was it. And now we're here today at Makins, 8 years later, with over 100 kids on the match, which is incredible. It's such a feel-good factor for us and the company to know that we can put so much back into entry-level fishing.
It has seen many young anglers win huge prizes and even become household names in the world of match fishing.
It's a full circle for me. It's so nice to come back and give back to the people that helped me get to the position that I'm in. I'm actually working in the trade now, which is amazing. Work for Catchmore Media, and I actually just came back from the Under-15s World Championships in Serbia, which was amazing.
Some of the young anglers competing for this year's prestigious prizes have recently won team and individual gold medals for England's Under-15 squad in this year's World Championship, making them the anglers to beat.
Growing up, you didn't have this sort of stuff when I was a kid. You literally had one match a year, the Browning Youth Masters, where you just went off and basically fished a match. But for these juniors today, there's 100 of them here. They're fishing for a pole worth 1,700 quid. They've got section prizes to go for. They've all got something to fish for, but these type of matches, you know, they all want to beat each other. It's very competitive, and this is what sort of gets you addicted into match fishing and hopefully keeps them going and fishing for the rest of their life. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic that they've got this opportunity, and you know, more the merrier basically.
But before the competitors start fishing for the day, they must draw a peg at random. This will determine which professional angler they'll be getting tuition from. In the mix, there are big money final champions, international anglers, and even multiple world champions.
Match Academy is a tremendous opportunity for loads and loads of kids to come together, fish a big match, but also tap into the knowledge of world champions. Not blowing my own trumpet, but I'm a world champion. I've got Denty, Matt, Andy Bennett, probably the best commercial angler that's ever lived. They're all walking around the lake, helping people, giving advice. So it's an opportunity that wasn't there when I was a kid. So as far as days out goes, it doesn't get any better than this.
Best of luck, enjoy your day, take your time, make the most of it. Come and pick your pegs out. The goodies and prizes up for grabs at today's Academy are simply phenomenal. We've already given away a goodie bucket full of terminal tackle, hooks, line, rigs, feeders, bait boxes, towels, everything they need for competing on the lakes here at Makins today, as well as a mainline match bait selection. All the pellets they need, ground bait, wafters, additives and more, worth over £150 in total. Then to the podium prizes. We've got section winners that get a brand new adjustable rig case. We're giving them away every 5 pegs, along with some nice shiny section medals. Third place gets a brand new set of our top end Fusion luggage. That's going to look the absolute don on the bank. Second place, 2 rods. First, a top end Aventus float rod, and also one of the brand new released Engage Pro rods. And the final prize, it is a bit of a showstopper. Took some twisting, ruined his arm for this one. Worth £1,700. It's a brand new, not yet even in shops, Engage Pro pole with a commercial carp kit package too. It's all up for grabs.
Days like this for me is what it's all about, trying to get these anglers hooked and watching the future superstars come through. You know, take young anglers such as Rob Swan, who's now working in the media and fishing a lot, doing really well. Brad Lucas, for example, fished the academy from the very start basically, and he's now, you know, got an opportunity next Saturday to try and win 50 grand himself. He's already like right up there at the top of the game at the age of 19, 20-year-old. Like, these kids, I've seen them come through. They're basically the next generation of superstars, and it's very rewarding for me myself as an angling coach to see these kids come through and you go, he's going to be good. 5 or 6 years down the line, you say, I told you, I could spot it when he was 13, 14-year-old, you know, and it's fantastic to see him, you know, enjoying it and competing and hopefully getting addicted and staying within fishing for the rest of their life.
The beauty of Match Academy is the fact it brings so many different young anglers to an event where they can showcase their skills, catch loads of fish, learn from coaches, and one brilliant thing this year in particular is that increasing so many young female anglers. We've got Ella today, she's one of my students. She's actually the 3rd year she's participated in Match Academy, developed loads, and she's drawn a screamer, and hopefully she can catch a load of fish.
The match itself today, like I've not really been on phase 2 much here at Making, so I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, but I do know that the UK champs produced a £300 over on the Lizard Lake, which is one of our lakes today, so we could potentially have the winner amongst our group.
Today I'm a tutor on Lake 2. Now, for those that know Lake 2, there's some screaming pegs, and the one behind me in A20 with James on, probably won more matches than any other. The wind's blowing into it, it's a little bit cool, but as I've said to him, he's got a great chance. That and A15, which is away to my right, if I was picking 2 pegs on this lake, those 2 have got real potential for £100 plus and walking away with that pole.
I think today will be a case of feeling your way into it, not overfeeding too soon, just the big stamp fish here at Makins, you don't need lots of them. I think 20-25 carp will be a great weight, 100+ pound, and the lads who are going to do the damage, I think it's going to be sort of won and lost in that edge the last couple of hours, so it should make for a really exciting match.
And one reptile lake today. Hopefully one of the lads that I'm coaching will catch a load of fish and follow in my footsteps.
There you go, Solid. Yeah. All in! Done, no pressure.
One area that showed some early action was Lake 4 on phase 1. First to catch was Lucas Parsons on peg 10, a cracking start. Just up the bank, England under-15 star Charlie Drinkwater was also in, and after a spirited battle, he netted a right old beast, well into double figures. Go on, Chaz! On phase 3, there were some early fish caught too. Smaller fish for sure, but plenty of bites, and the young guns quickly got out of the blocks. As expected, after this early burst of action, things steadied up and the gang started to work hard to prime up their swims with the help of their coaches. One guy who did continue to put carp in the net was young Oliver Downs over on peg 6A on Lake 2, catching carp on the method feeder. Action picked up on phase 3. Is that a foul hooker on camera, sir? Young Ted Stewart is a great example of the talent we get on Match Academy. He's recently qualified for the Fisher Mania final. After 90 minutes, the nerves settled and everyone was into a few fish. What was great to see was such a diverse range of tactics being used. Long pole, short pole, shallow fishing, fishing on the deck, and plenty of rod and line work. With the fish at Makins generally being a good stamp, it was getting tough to distinguish who was taking a lead, and already some big margin munters had started to show. England under-15s member Alfie Sweeten was putting on quite a show over on Lake 3. While behind him on Lake 4, action had really hotted up with some very big fish being caught. And of course, there was the inevitable ones that got away. Alicia! Over on phase 2, Adams Stockdale seemed to be pulling up a few trees, and it appeared a lot of anglers were hitting the margins hard in hope of a big finish. It wasn't bagging action for everybody, and Lagoon Lake in particular was a little bit tough going, but with loads of section prizes still up for grabs, everyone was keen to battle it out until the end. Heading back to phase 1, Lake 2, and James Geddes on 2A was cashing well on the short pole. Check out this for a cast too. Cracking shot. Over to Ty, who had a good run on his long pole line later, while Alex Glover, who got off to a great start on Lizard, had suffered quite a slow spell. Carp really started feeding in the final part of the match, and one guy who was still ticking over on the method feeder was Oliver Downs. Everyone on Reptile Pool on phase 2 was pushing hard at the finish, with so many fish making an appearance in the margins. Could our winner come from here after a late surge?
Join us on Lake 2. We're behind Oliver Downs on A6, and we reckon, well, he's admitting to £100. He's got 18 to 20 carp, and he's just playing another one now. He's fishing looks like a large hybrid feeder. There's a little island to his left, and he's fishing a large hybrid feeder halfway up that, loaded with pellets. I'm not sure what he's got on the hook because I've not asked him. And then he's sort of double pouching 6 mils over the top, and it's just steady. At the minute, I can't see, unless it dies off for him, which I don't think it will. I think it will get stronger. I can't see him being beat. He's fishing it really tidy, his casting's excellent, he's being patient, and he's landing his fish. So at the moment, awesome display. And if I had to pick a winner, he's behind me now.
Harry Franklin here with a late lump. And Molly Quinn showing off her scooping skills on snake. Someone who was really coming back strong late on was Max Owen on Lake 2. and it was evident that fish were starting to show in numbers around the whole complex.
So we currently stood on Lake 3. We're behind young Alfie, who's just clonked into another one down the edge now. This lake has fished quite tough today. A lot of the kids have really struggled, but Alfie is way out ahead of everyone. I'd say he's probably got 13 or 14 carp now, which is going to be up towards, I'd have thought, 80 pound or so. So he's up, like in the match overall, as I said, he's right up there. He's just catching, if you can just see by the pallet, you might see an odd tail sticking out the water there. He's catching down there on ground bait, but he has caught further up the bank, fishing 16 metres by the willow tree, and he's caught really well there through the day. He's been super consistent, kept rotating his lines, he's fished really well. So Alfie is definitely going to be up there in the mix. If you can have a good push on now this last sort of 40 minutes, you never know, he could even pinch the win. So I'm going to keep an eye on him, keep watching him. Hopefully he'll catch a few more, and he might be taking the old winning spot at the end of the day.
Adam Stockdale switched into bagging mode in the closing stages. And it ended in a peg-to-peg battle between Max Owen and Rowan, who were both sacking in the margins.
Right, I've just snuck on to Lake 2. We're into the last half hour of the match and there's fish being caught everywhere. Ringer's currently round there. Don't know what he's doing, but anyway, he's missing all the action. Max has fished an absolute blinder all day, catching fish on all different methods. He's primed his margin going into this last hour, and he's literally sacking now. I think he's had 4 or 5 while we've been waiting here. Also, that ain't meant to happen, but he's got plenty, and hopefully he'll get some more. Rowan's just catching down the edge as well, on a method, chucking it down the bank and getting fish down the edge. Just had a huge ghosty. So they're all catching the lad up on 6A, I think he's on, or 4A, sorry. He's had like 20 odd fish, but this last half hour is going to be really interesting because they're all catching big fish, and Steve's missing it all because he's over there.
Just seconds before the end of the match, Rowan was in again.
Well, that's it, it's all over now, but Rowan's still got one on here, but he's got 15 minutes to land it now after the whistle. It's a great big fish, so fingers crossed he gets it.
In fact, a fair few anglers had to call fish on at the all out. Would these valuable specimens make all the difference? That could be a winner, Rowan. After time, it's a case of weighing the fish. And that's when the nerves really start to jangle. Especially for those well in contention. Who will be the 2024 Match Academy champion?
Now the top 3 overall, ridiculously close weight, so much so that in 3rd place we have got a tie with a fantastic weight of 107 pounds 4 ounces. So 2 people coming up to the podium to collect the medals for 3rd place. From peg 14A on Lake 2 and peg 2 on Lake 3, it's Alfie Sweeten and Max Owen. Second place overall, and the 2024 Match Academy runner-up. Again, ridiculously close weights from peg 7 on Reptile with a weight of 107 pounds 11 ounces today, picking up not only a silver medal but also an Aventus rod and an Engage Pro rod, one of the brand new ones. It's Nicholas Brocklebank. Well done, Master. Well done.
Well done, mate. Brilliant. Well done. There's your trophy.
And your 2024 Guru Match Academy champion from peg 6A on Lake 2 with a phenomenal outstanding weight of £146, 13 ounces, picking up one of the brand new, not yet out in shops, Engage Pro poles worth about 1,700 quid. It's Oliver Downs. Well done, Master. Fantastic.
Guru's Match Academy 2024, congratulations, pal.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about your day today, how your match went, how you're currently feeling.
I drew my peg, thought straight from the get-go, I'm just going to sit on the rod all day. I didn't really want to get off it, but I've turned up, seen where a few spots were, and ringers given me a few pointers, stuff like that. And from the start, I've just sat in one spot on the feeder and not really moved off it. I've been doing this one for the Junior Match Academy for 3 years, and it's probably one of the best things that you can do. Being a junior, it's just really easy. You get all your coaching. It's a lot of work that gets put in it behind the scenes by you guys, but overall it's really good experience. I've learnt loads from it since I've started doing it. It's been really good.